Shocking news out of the amusement park industry today, as Cedar Fair and Six Flags are officially merging to make one company with control of every Six Flags park, Cedar Fair parks, and the few water parks that are owned by Cedar Fair. First, I'm going to be talking about the cons of the two parks merging, then I'll talk about the pros. The first big con I have is, could we see the decline of certain Cedar Fair parks that are currently Cedar Fair parks, such as Kings Island in Mason, Ohio. Kings Island is known as one of the best ran parks in the whole world, with great operations, good food, and also it seems that almost every time I go, every ride is open. If you aren't aware, Six Flags has a major issue with things like this. They don't have the best food stands are normally closed, and they also have lots of ride closures. This makes me nervous that with Six Flags combining with Cedar Fair, we might lose the amazing operations, the amazing food, and the amazingness of having all the rides open at Kings Island thanks to Six Flags. Now, they did say that they're going to take the best element of each chain, which I think would be Six Flags' ability to build better coasters and Cedar Fair's operations and combine it into one. And that leads me into my first pro, which is the introduction of RMC and Intamin back into the Cedar Fair chain. If you aren't aware, Cedar Fair basically cut off working with Intamin after the 2011 season with rides like I-305, Millennium Force, Top Thrill Dragster, Maverick, just to name a few of the rides that have had issues. Not really Millennium Force, but the other ones have had major issues over the years. And this is surprising considering that Cedar Fair has made it clear that they were never planning on working with Intamin for a long time after they gave the Top Thrill 2 project to Zamperla. So it's very shocking that Intamin could realistically open a coaster at a park like Kings Island, Cedar Point, or Carowinds, or Kings Dominion in the near future. And then RMC is a weird one, because I never really thought that Cedar Fair and RMC had problems, but other people did. So it's interesting to see that they are 100% working together, because we know that Six Flags and RMC have a great relationship with rides like New Texas Giant, Iron Rattler, Twisted Cyclone, and a bunch of other RMCs throughout the parks. They have Joker. There's just a bunch of RMCs in the Six Flags chain. So this looks really good for RMC Sotheby's coming to Kings Island, and RMC for Carowinds, RMC Hurler possibly. This looks really good. Another pro is the new pass that will allow you to go to all Six Flags and Cedar Fair parks in the near future, as this new pass will basically make it where you don't need any other pass other than this one to go to basically all of the best amusement parks in the whole United States, as you can go to Six Flags Fiesta Texas, Kings Island, Cedar Point, Carowinds, Kings Dominion, Six Flags Great Adventure, Six Flags Great America, Six Flags Magic Mountain, just to name a few of the amazing parks in this chain. I think this is a huge advantage of the merger. Another major issue about the merger, though, is could this be considered a monopoly on the theme park industry? I'm worried that a theme park chain like SeaWorld or Hershey will find a problem with Cedar Fair and Cedar Point merging that might allow the U.S. government to get involved and stop the merger from happening, severely affecting the Six Flags and Cedar Fair chains. But however, I don't think this will happen, and I think the merger will go through fine, and we won't have any other issues. Now, to what parks could I see being sold off or kept? First, Cedar Fair's water parks that they own, well, not like the ones connected with the parks, but the ones that are separate. I can see them selling them off to another park chain that normally runs water parks, or any other company that wants to buy those. Now let's get back to the actual theme parks. The ones that are 100% safe are Kings Island, Cedar Point, Magic Mountain, Fiesta Texas, Over Texas, Great America, and Great Adventure. Those are 100% safe. Most likely safe, I have Dorney Park, Kings Dominion, and Carowinds. Now, Carowinds is very important because the new headquarters of Six Flags, which will be the company name of the two together, is going to be located in North and South Carolina, close to Carowinds. So that gives a huge advantage for Carowinds and getting large investments and maybe becoming the testing ground. Another park that's most likely safe is Canada's Wonderland, but parks that could not be safe Like, there's a lot that are probably safe, but the ones that I could see not being safe are Six Flags America, Michigan's Adventure, and a few of the other smaller Six Flags and Cedar Fair parks. Now, I don't think they'll sell off many parks, but I think I could see a few parks being sold off so they don't have to manage as many parks. Now, what parks will be getting the most investments? So clearly the top two options for me are Six Flags Magic Mountain and Cedar Point, as that's the two flagship parks for Six Flags and Cedar Fair, as those are the two roller coaster capitals of the world. Now, other parks that could get large investments are Six Flags Fiesta Texas, Six Flags Great America, Kings Island, Carowinds, and Kings Dominion being the major ones that I could see getting large investments every 5 or so years, anywhere from 3 to 5 years for those parks. And then for Cedar Point and Magic Mountain, probably anywhere from like 3 to 4 years, a little less than those other parks. That will do it for this video. What are your thoughts on the merger of Six Flags and Cedar Fair? What issues do you think it will cause? What do you think of What do you think of the pros and cons? And what park will be the number one in the chain? And which parks will get the most coaster investments? Bye guys, see you all next time.